Alexei Pergande is 20 years of age. He is 2 inches taller, weighed in a pound lighter than Joe Hamm. He has a 1-inch reach advantage on the arms, 2 on the leg. Marcos Perez is our referee. Lauren lets us know we're set for round number 1.
Are you ready? Ready? Fight!
Joe Hamm in the gray trunks, Alexei Pergande in the black Veletudos. Inside leg kick from Hamm. Another sharp inside leg kick there from Joe Hamm.
Yeah, and watch for that left kick from Joe Hamm. Always interesting when you get opposite stance fighters. Joe Hamm in that southpaw stance will look to try to use that left kick repeatedly.
Alexei Pergande just missed with a high kick there. He had 88 amateur boxing fights. Former ringside world champion. But of his 4 amateur mixed martial arts wins, Kenny Florian, all of them finishes. 3 of those were submissions from the boxer.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Amazing amount of experience at only 20 years old. Still doesn't have his man strength. Joe Hamm, 31 years old, getting into his physical prime. I'm still looking for my man strength. I'm 45, Sean. What's going on?
I think that ship has sailed, Kenny Florian. I hate to say it.
All I have left is old man strength. That's what I have to look forward to. But both men exchanging in the clinch here. Nice move there from Alexei to try to move to the back of Joe Hamm. Gets the takedown.
Hamm striking from the bottom there with his left butterfly in.
Yeah, he's staying active. Alexei trying to get the inside position with his arms and now starting to posture up so he can land some ground and pound. He does.
Nice pass and then the hammer fist coming down from the top.
Yeah, he might be setting up an arm triangle here if he's able to get that knee across. He does. Now needs to get to the opposite side of Joe Hamm's body.
Randy, how do you prepare for a guy with an extensive boxing background but submission success in his amateur MMA career?
Well, I think Hamm was doing the right thing out of the gate, which is throw those kicks, especially with his Muay Thai coach and his Muay Thai background. Stay out of kicking range and don't get into that range of exchanges with the hands. That might have eliminated this takedown attempt, too, by Pergande. He's got a well-rounded game for sure.
Yes, Pergande showed me that he was a reverse from when I started my career. I was a jiu-jitsu, but I became a boxer. So he surprised his opponent. He has a very good high-level ground, but right now in that position, he has to jump to the other side and go to the choke. He has to jump to the other side, opposite side, and he's not doing that. So he's hesitating just a little bit, and that can cost the position.
Enjoying the pace right now. These lightweights are, getting after it. I like Pergande, his experience, a lot of experience for his pro debut. So I'm looking forward to these next 2 rounds.
Ooh, some nice ground and pound there from Pergande. Joe Hamm doing a good job defending himself on his back, though. He's staying disciplined, getting his legs in the game, and staying active from bottom with strikes as well.
Yeah, it's always an interesting balance when you're striking from the bottom because you don't want to waste a lot of effort on things that aren't going to pay dividends in the end. But what he has landed from the bottom have not been insignificant by any stretch.
100%. Still can create some power off of his back. Just keeps the guy on top honest. But now Pergande working on that Darce choke from top position. This could be trouble for Joe Hamm.
Pergande's got his hands locked.
Oh, this looks very tight.
Tight squeeze here from Alexei Pergande.
Oh, Joe Hamm
squeezes the head out.
Yeah, that was nice, slick movement there from Joe Hamm, able to stay composed, but he was in a tough position there. Pergande not quite able to get his weight involved into that choke.
20-year-old Alexei Pergande on top of Joe Hamm.
Yeah, and Pergande has that gift wrap. He's got that wrist trap from Joe Hamm. Let's see if he starts to free that left arm. He can unload here. Not a whole lot of time to do it, though, as we get to the end of round 1.
Great job by Joe Hamm, realizing that that gift wrap means that Pergande's only got one offensive weapon, and he grabs a hold of it.
Yeah, nice defensive skills there from Hamm from bottom again.
Stop.
We'll see what adjustments Joe Hamm and his coaches make as we start round number 2.
Fight.
Joe Hamm in the gray trunks, Alexei Pergande in the black Vele Tudo shorts. Open stances once again, Joe Hamm, the southpaw.
Now Joe kind of backing up against the cage, maybe using the cage to help keep him up, but that's going to allow Pergande to close the distance a little bit easier.
It's been all kicks from Pergande in the early part of this round, and now
Big
Joe
shots there from Hamm.
catches the straight right down the middle as Pergande tried a flying knee, punched his airborne opponent. Joe Hamm, laser-like accuracy on that right hand.
Yeah, Hamm finding some success when he's able to back Pergande up.
Push kick from Pergande, backs up Hamm. Hamm switching stances here. Body lock, and Hamm able to muscle Pergande down to the ground, landing right in side control, and Pergande throws the legs up over, try and create a scramble and get out.
Yeah, that was a beautiful takedown. Pergande now in that turtle position, trying to work his way to his feet. But Hamm can potentially attack the back here if he's able to get those hooks in. Oh.
Nice reversal there from Pergande. All right, 3-time NCAA wrestling champion Bo Nickel is a bonus celebrity panelist this week. Some good wrestling and then counter wrestling there on the switch from Pergande. Bo, what'd you think?
Yeah, you know, definitely really impressed with Pergande's game. He seems really well-rounded, comfortable in the stand-up, and, you know, mixing in the takedowns, ground and pound, submission attempts. So I'm liking what I'm seeing a lot from him. You know, Joe Hamm as well, you know, got that body lock takedown. So these are definitely some, you know, guys making their debut, but you can tell they have a lot of skills and experience on the amateur scene.
That's a great point by Bo Nickel. Look, a guy with 88 boxing wins, and he's 4-0 with 4 finishes, 3 submissions as an amateur mixed martial artist. He's 20 years old, and he's already got that level of combat sports experience. It's a different world than the one we came up in, Kenny.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bo Nickel himself, imagine having to fight him in your pro debut. That's no fun. But yeah, these guys are just getting so much experience. Beautiful roll there and leg attack there from Pergande. Beautiful reversal there. Looked like he was going to roll into a leg attack, just decides to take top position, but that was beautiful.
That was wishful thinking by you, Kenny Florian. You always want people going for the submissions.
I want more, Sean.
Sometimes people just want to be on top and smash.
Uh-oh, going for that darts choke again.
Thinks better of it, let's go. And Joe Hamm pressuring Alexei Pergande, trying to set up a toss. Pergande runs him right over and ends up in mount. Shoulder punch from Alexei Pergande on the top. Randy, what do you like about Alexei Pergande's wrestling here?
Wow, he's just shown a very, very varied and wide game of a lot of skills. That looked like he was rolling towards knee bar. I got excited just like you did, Kenny.
Yeah.
He has a knee bar finish in one of his amateur fights, so he's got a lot of skills for a guy with that many boxing matches. Pretty amazing. And a nice body lock takedown by Joe Hamm.
One thing I see on these fights over here is they need the killer instinct. I think when they have it, they just negotiate it to just win the round and win the position. I think I need to say Pergande has that, and he just has to release that. The knee bar, he had some position that he could have finished, but I'm thinking like they want to hold the position like is the last position. They have to go for the killing instinct. As right now, Pergande on the back, he has to finish. That's one demand Carson Gracie told me. When you get the back, when you mount, that's when you finish your opponent. So You see they're going back to the position.
Shoulder choke set up as Hamm tries to roll out, and that's what happens sometimes, Kenny, when a guy gets on your back and you're looking for escape clauses, you end up in a worse position. Tight squeeze from Pergande.
Yeah, this is looking tight. Arm triangle.
There's the tap.
He gets it.
Alexei Pergande, the amateur boxing champion, remains undefeated and once again wins via submission.
And a backflip celebration.
I'm here inside the cage with your winner by arm triangle choke, 4 minutes and 42 seconds into round number 2. Alexei Pergande.
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.